Before I get on out of here, I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirectly, it involves Kate.
Professional basketball has always thrived on drama. But what's unfolding in the WNBA right now is something far darker. This isn't just a battle for dominance. It's a full-blown revolution, and the old guard is on the chopping block. For months, a tense, silent war simmered beneath the surface, pitting the league's established icons against the rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark. The bruising fouls, icy glares, and bewildering post-game interviews were only a prelude. Now, the dam has shattered. Stephen A. Smith, the loudest, most uncompromising voice in sports media, has dropped a bombshell narrative that changes everything. This isn't mere jealousy anymore. It's a crisis with consequences that could ripple across the entire sport. Rumors are exploding online. Team USA and WNBA leadership are no longer shielding the veterans accused of hazing their golden rookie. At the eye of the storm stands Aya Wilson, the league's crown jewel, who may be facing a shattering reality no one anticipated. To understand why this is erupting now, you have to trace the timeline. This didn't happen in a single moment. From the instant Caitlin Clark declared for the draft, the energy shifted, tilting the balance of power. Smith has been sounding the alarm for weeks, but his latest statements carry a darker, more unforgiving tone. He isn't analyzing basketball anymore. He's exposing a broken culture. Smith suggested that the ultimate power brokers, sponsors, networks, executives are furious. They didn't invest millions to watch petty, mean girl drama unfold. They signed up to witness the Tiger Woods of women's basketball dominate. And if the veterans, especially leaders like Aya Wilson, are blocking that rise, they are suddenly vulnerable. Across forums and social feeds, whispers of "fired" are gaining momentum, hinting at a potential removal from Team USA's spotlight or a brutal cut to marketing support. It sounds impossible for a star of Wilson's stature, yet when billions hang in the balance, no one is untouchable. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's examine the flashpoint, the violence igniting this firestorm. Basketball is intense, yes, but millions of new viewers are witnessing behavior that feels personal. Smith called it out. There's a difference between league introduction toughness and deliberate targeting. Viral clips show Clark bulldozed across the court, body checked away from the ball, sent sprawling by players who seem more intent on sending a message than defending the game. Internet sleuths have zeroed in on interactions involving Wilson and her inner circle. He called out the league stars for self-sabotage, labeling their actions as petty, reckless, even stupid. He drew parallels to the NBA of the 1980s, when legends like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird arrived back then. The veterans didn't crush the newcomers. They rode the wave to unprecedented riches. Smith's warning was clear. By freezing out Caitlin Clark and turning physical, players like Aya Wilson aren't just playing rough, they're sabotaging their own fortunes. Fans noticed. Comment sections exploded. "I came for Caitlin. I'm leaving because of the bullying." That's a nightmare scenario no league wants to face. And when Smith validates that outrage, the executives have no choice but to act. Whispers suggest the firing rumors weren't leaks, they were warning shots. Change your ways, or we will do it for you. But the story runs even deeper. Behind the closed doors of Team USA's locker room, the dynamics are far from pure. The Olympic roster is supposed to represent unity, a sisterhood of the best, but insiders hint the process was weaponized. Caitlin Clark wasn't left off the team for lack of skill. The veterans, led by Wilson, didn't want the chaos she brings. They wanted the spotlight, and they gambled and lost. Suddenly, the headlines aren't about Wilson chasing Olympic gold. They're about the mean girls who slammed the door. That PR catastrophe triggered emergency discussions at the highest levels. If Wilson is the face of the squad that snubbed the planet's most popular player, her brand is in danger. Sponsors like Nike are caught in a brutal tug-of-war, torn between a secure superstar and the rising phenomenon. In corporate sports, money talks. Cross the money and someone pays, and then there's the violence, the moments that have gone viral. This isn't a single hard foul. It's a montage of collisions, checks, and shoves that make casual fans gasp. The Kennedy-Carter hip check was blatant, but Wilson's defensive intensity against Clark has viewers asking, is this really necessary? Every screen, every box out, every shove has fans seeing a story of hazing, not just basketball. Smith warned the league is failing to protect its asset. He drew a stark comparison to the NBA. You couldn't even breathe on Michael Jordan without a whistle. Why? Because fans paid to watch brilliance, not brutality. Now, accusations swirl that WNBA referees, swayed by veteran hierarchy, are letting the rookies get targeted to teach them a lesson. And if Wilson is the ringleader, the league has no choice but to intervene. The fans are driving the storm. Never in women's sports has the audience turned so sharply against the system. They cheer for Clark, boo the establishment, even hope Team USA loses to prove a point. Arenas are packed only when Clark plays, otherwise, attendance falters. The numbers don't lie. Smith's message is brutal but clear. Wilson should be thanking Clark for the charter flights, the attention, the spotlight, yet the perception is pure resentment. That rift between the players and the paying public? It's unsustainable, and it could cost more than just reputations. It could shake the league to its core.